Welcome to Channel AMAC, your insight to the Australian visa system. Good day everyone, my name is Carl Young, your online YouTube visa consultant. Are you interested about migrating to Australia? Why don't you consider to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell on the side, so once we have all the updates and news, you'll be the first one getting all the insight. Alright, today's video we're going to talk about should you resubmit your visa application. Now, why is it ever such a topic? Well, because of the rejection rate is increasing, and we're getting more and more people writing to us, leaving a comment in regard to perhaps a student visa rejection, a skill migration rejection, and things like that. So it's not a commonly discussed topic, but it's actually happening every day, and obviously recently due to the restrictions and the decrease of the net migration number by the government of Australia. And it's not just Australia. I noticed that the UK, Canada is doing the same thing as well. So obviously there will be an increasing numbers of people getting visa rejections, and that's categorized as a refusal. So after you got refusal, should you really consider to resubmit the application? Or perhaps you're launching a global talent independent and you got a negative result from the invitation letter. Anyway, so let's have a discuss in regards whether you should or should not. Now, the first advice that I will have is that you really need to get a professional advice. Now, I cannot advise based on a video within only 10 minutes, because everyone has their own personal matter, and the reasoning behind the refusal rejections could be any elements within the criteria or regulations. So you really need to look into what you actually provided on your previous submissions and put some improvements in order for you to actually consider resubmission. Otherwise, if you solely resubmit on the basis of what it's already been rejected, now the result is gonna be the same. Okay, so my first advice is that get a professional advice, whether you wanted to write to us via email or put on a request, or perhaps getting your own migration professionals, for example agents or lawyers, whoever that is, can actually have a look into what actually happened to your previous cases. Now, a good scenario here is that if you go into if you got sick and you go to a doctor and they giving you a medications and you found out the medication doesn't work. Now, obviously, you're not gonna continue to take the medication, or you're going back to the same doctor. You probably want to find another doctor to re-examine what actually got into you and actually provide the right medication to treat the problem, isn't it? So it's very easy and very concept. Now, let's go into the immigration's website first. Now, you may find this website based on the cancellation, but I wanted to draw your attention down here where it says refusal and cancellation. So cancellation, let's have cancellation of your visa might bar you from making further visa application. It may prevent you being granted visa, travel, enter into Australia. Now, there is a difference between cancel and refusal. Cancellation, usually, I've done a video previously, but I want to explain again. Cancellation basically meant you have breached a certain visa condition, and that's why when you got canceled, you may get barred from making further application. But if you're refused, that means your application did not even make it. If your visa application did not even make it, you don't even have a visa in Australia. So technically, you cannot breach a visa condition while there is no visa. So a visa refusal is an easier way to actually allow you to resubmit another visa. So that's the concept there. So a lot of people get confused because in the generic or plain English, usually people will say rejections, but there is differences between refusal and cancellation. So what we are talking about for resubmission, obviously, if you got cancel, you can resubmit, but that's go beyond technicality for this video today. But so we only focus on visa refusal. That means your visa didn't even go through and you got refused. Okay, and that's why you need to resubmit another visa application. So we're talking about the conditions and the reasoning behind the further resubmissions. Now, same thing again. I take you to this screenshot of a global talent. It's not a refusal. It's basically like the expression of interest that you put it in for, and a lot of other skill you put it into skill select system. You don't get this. Only the global talent, they will provide you that your expression of interest is now closed. And that means you had not been selected, but it actually provides what you can actually put upon, improve upon. So they give you the links down here, blah, blah, blah. So I'm not going to go in detail there. Now, it's actually better than the skill select system, because skill select system, if they don't pick you, they don't even notify you. You don't get anything at all. Not until you get invited. So if you're not being selected, they don't even send anything at all. So it's a matter of whether you should really update your EOI, or should you improve your EOI as well. So there's a different way, and that's why you can see if you got visitor visa refusal, if you got student visa refusal, if you got a post-grad visa refusal, compare to not getting an invitation, although the result is all negative, but to treating each matter is obviously different. So straight away, again, going back to the first thing I advised at the beginning of this video, is that obviously do not resubmit of everything that you have already provided without any improvement of your application. Now, how do you improve your visa applications? You really need to get a professional advice. A lot of people they basically throwing another resubmission. It's wasting time and obviously wasting money as well. So you really need to get some improvement there. So for example, give you a sample of student visa and another sample of the global talent expression of interest. Now, student visa, the refusal can be, for example, the financial issue, can be the choices of the colleges. For example, if you pick a private vet courses, obviously you get a very high rejection rate. However, that doesn't mean you withdraw that vet courses and you straight away enroll into another bachelor or master courses that will get you the visa as well, because you need to explain. See, the resubmission required to equip with another submission statements. Why are you changing from the previous rejected vet courses to this master courses? You need to explain all that, because all the visa application can track back to all the history that you have lodged the visa applications, so they can see what happened there. And if you solely just provide another COE confirmation enrollment without any reasoning of the changes, your student visa application, although it's a resubmission, is still highly regarded as negative, with negative result as well. That means another refusal. So you really need to dig into those detail, and each cases is all different. Now, switching to the global talent expression of interest. Now, obviously, as what you have seen, a lot of people get negative result, and this screenshot is actually templated. Everybody gets the same result on the negative feedback here. Now, if you get these kind of result, obviously it doesn't tell you how you can actually improve your visa application. It's a different way how they treat this stuff. But again, you really need to get a professional advice, looking into what you have already submitted and how you can improve upon the previous version of your submission. If you solely submit another expression of interest for GTI Visa, the GTI expression of interest without any improvement, the result is gonna be the same. So again, answering to everybody, yes, you can resubmit, but the resubmission has to be professionally guided and obviously with improvement. Without improvement, a resubmission is solely wasting time and wasting money. Anyway, should you have more question, query, more than welcome to leave comment right down below. And I see you next video. Goodbye.